sometimes the things that we work on and just try to make so perfect for all of you and just work our butt off for all of you, sometimes we forget, we're not doing that for ourselves. And I want to tell you a story today. So for many of you, you've already watched our Navy SEALs Trust First Performance on Demand course. And I did that course, very passionate about it. If you haven't watched it, I really want you to go in there and watch it. It just teaches a whole new way of looking at leadership and positions of power versus real leaders and how you should promote, who you should keep in your organization. Employees, you should all strive to be that high trust person that I talk about in that on-demand course. I've also done a podcast about this as well and very passionate about it. But I realized we had a recent issue over on the Right Chat side. And it was somebody that was fantastic on the phones. And they were promoted into a leadership role. And we've had some issues. And, we kind of interviewed the employees and found out more and more issues related back to one person. And Rob called me, my partner with Right Chat, and said, okay, I've talked to everybody, and I'm thinking we may need to get rid of this person. And I said, this is our fault. And this is exactly what we teach, is that here's a company, Right Chat, where we give hours upon hours upon hours of training to people before they can even answer the phones. And then after they answer the phones, a commitment culturally that we have for all of our customers is to commit to continually giving hours upon hours upon hours of role play training to people after they're answering the call, even when they become great. And what happens, though, when you promote that person is that, boom, there's no leadership training. They go from a phone agent to the most important position they've ever had in their entire career, and there's no one to train them. There's no leadership training. There's no empathy training. There's no how to have a conversation training. There's no how to make other people better training. There's no, how you give a proper employee review training, how you gain respect training. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on, right? It's a much more difficult position than when just answering the phones. But there's no training. And what I said to the leadership team is, hey, look, this is on us as the leadership team. Like, we have put this girl in a position of failure, and we must learn from it, and we must begin immediately training this person on how to become a great leader. Now, we've got to give it a certain time frame, right? And we've got to be able to see, just like the phones. Sometimes you can train people all day long on the phones, and they still can't get it. So you've got to be able to train your leaders and give it a time frame to say, okay, this person can or cannot get it, right? It's either a position of power that's in their head, or it's a position of leadership that understands my job is to make people feel safe, to make people better at their role, to help advance their career. And for those of you watching out there in any kind of leadership role, I don't even like that terminology because a janitor is a leader. And a janitor can be more of a leader than a CEO. If that janitor is listening to people and helping their lives, that janitor is more of a leader. I actually have a story about that coming in a podcast. A janitor I remember all the way from elementary school because of how she would talk to me and listen to me. So all of you out there, your organizations, remember, you train on how to be a great clinical assistant chairside. You train on the phones. You train on your TCs. But when these people get moved into a leadership role, the most important role of their lives, that is a trained skill set as well. And you probably have little to no training for that most important position. And I want you to think about it just like we did. And we really helped us revamp things and relook at things and make sure we're proactive before we advance somebody into that type of role, that they're already trained going in. So we know, okay, hey, this person's going to get it or they're not going to get it before they're promoted. Because it's something I'm going to challenge you on here, and then we'll wrap it up, is that I, with Right Chat, would rather promote an average employee on the phones that has unbelievable leadership potential, coachable, wants to make other people better, enjoys seeing other people's success, any day over the person that is the best person on the new patient call, but stinks at the other stuff. Right? Lack of trust. People don't like them. People don't respect them. They get jealous when other people do better, that kind of thing. And you really need to think who's in the leadership roles. And leadership team members out there, like I said, you need to think, who are you? Are you in a position of rank and power or are you in a position making other people better? Okay. Thought you enjoy kind of an internal story from us today. But again, it's all how you fix it. It's how you look at it. It's how you improve. And we did. And I want you guys to take this message. I want to make sure you're doing that in your organizations too. Okay. Have a great week. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Take care of your patients and customers. And we'll see everybody soon. Bye-bye.